Hello, my name is Thomas Tulak. 20 years ago, I played a Lost Boy in the movie Hook with Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman. Last week, it was suggested to me to do an Ask Me Anything on Reddit regarding my experiences as a Lost Boy on the set of the movie Hook. By the end of the AMA, I had reached the 1,000 subscriber mark on my YouTube channel. So in my last video, I asked for suggestions on what to do to celebrate this milestone, and the suggestion that I got the most was to answer some of the Reddit questions in a YouTube video. So that's what I'm gonna do. But first, my theme song. Hey, guess what? This is my theme song. So which Lost Boy were you? I was the Lost Boy who spit out the candle and yelled "Goodnight Neverland." This one. Here. That one. That right there. I used to pretend to be you. I would always say that line as my parents left the room after tucking me in. Also, did your character have a name, or were you just Lost Boy number 5? Originally, my character's name was Ziggy, but then halfway through production, Steven changed my name and I became Too Small, so my character's name was Too Small. You can imagine how much fun the high school kids had finding out that my name was Too Small. I was ridiculed a lot. What cool stuff did you take with you? Like, what's hanging in your man cave that's like, yeah, no big deal, it's just the suit of armor from when I attacked Captain Hook? This is a hardbound copy of the original draft of the script, complete with Robin Williams' signature, Thomas Too Small. Thank you so much for all you did. Love, Peter, Robin Williams. This photo of me and Peter Pan's daughter, Maggie, also known as Amber Scott, backstage by one of our trailers. I also have one like this of me and Steven Spielberg and another one with Robin Williams. There's a scene in the movie with you and Robin in it. Robin is kneeling down and I think the lines were, "Welcome back to Neverland, Panda Man." It looks like Robin is lip-syncing your lines. Was he trying to help you with that line in the movie? I'm glad you asked. First, I'd like to clear up the confusion with that line. It was actually, "Welcome back to Neverland, Pan the Man," not Panda Man. A lot of other people couldn't understand what I was saying there. And no, Robin wasn't lip-syncing the line to me. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know it looked like that until my girlfriend pointed it out just a couple of years ago. At another point in the movie, I delivered the line, "He's an old, fat grandpa man." Apparently that line was a bit confusing as well. Did you get to meet Glenn Close? For those of you who didn't know, the pirate that got put in the boo box was Glenn Close, dressed up like a man pirate, dressed up like a pirate. And no, I did not get to meet her. I wasn't around for those scenes. I heard that George Lucas was an extra and played one of the pirates. Can you confirm this? I can partially confirm this. George Lucas was an extra, however, he was not one of the pirates. In the beginning of the movie, when Tinkerbell is carrying Peter Pan away to Neverland, you can see a couple who's kissing, and the fairy dust lands on them. That couple is George Lucas and Carrie Fisher. What was the imaginary dessert goo of wonderfulness made of? And if edible, was it delicious? It was basically just whipped cream and food coloring. Were you the Lost Boy who had Hook's wig fall right on his head? That part cracks me up every time. If it was you, was the wig heavy? Yes, that was me. There was actually a guy standing on the top of a ladder behind the camera who continually dropped the wig from above the camera onto my head. Keeping in mind I was 6 years old at the time, yeah, it was pretty heavy. I also used to get very frustrated with Robin because he takes the wig off of my head and he would always pull my hair. That was my real hair. And he always pulled it when he pulled the wig. And we did that scene, take after take after take, and every time, he pulled my hair. In fact, if you watch my face when he comes in to take the wig off of my head, you can see in my eyes, I'm glaring at him, begging him, please don't pull my hair this time. It kinda hurts. How frightening was it to approach the gator clock? That clock, if it was in fact a clock and not an alligator posing as a clock, looked quite intimidating. Oh, I was terrified. I had it in my little 6-year-old brain that that was a real alligator just pretending to be dead, and as soon as I walked through its mouth, that it was gonna come to life at the last moment and eat me. I am Pan the Man. I've been waiting for this my entire Reddit existence. What was your favorite scene in the movie? My favorite scene was actually one that didn't make it into the movie. It was a deleted scene featuring all the Lost Boys in a giant bed while Peter read us bedtime stories. Did being in the movie ruin it for you to watch? It seems like it will never be as magical for you as it would be for someone unfamiliar with its production. I wouldn't say that it ruined it for me because it was never actually like a movie for me. It was more like old home movies of when you're a kid opening presents on Christmas Day. It just kind of reminds me of when I have the best playtime of my entire life. Obviously your parents wanted you to be in show business and you didn't have much of a say at that age. Did you ever resent your parents for that? No, actually it was the other way around. I really wanted to be in show business and they didn't want me to. It was only after I pushed and pushed and pushed and nagged and wouldn't shut up about the whole thing that they finally supported me me and took me to an open casting call talent search type thing. And to answer your second question, I do resent them, but for other reasons that we don't need to get into right now. Did you choose not to continue acting as you got older, or did you find the transition difficult, impractical, or what? Actually, shortly after the movie finished production, my parents got divorced and my grades dropped. And when you're a minor under the age of 18, in order to be an entertainer, you need an entertainer's work permit, and in order to maintain that work permit, you need to have good grades. So when my grades dropped, I lost my work permit and was not allowed to continue working. By the time I got my grades back up to a point where I could get back into it, I was told by my agent that reality TV took over and I wouldn't be able to get any work. So I turned my attention to other things, such as music and behind-the-scenes film type stuff. I just finished production on my first solo album, performing all the instruments myself, and I went to film school and have 6 or 7 short films under my belt, including one that won first place in a film competition in the summer of 2011. A couple of you asked for the link to my music and the link to where you can see my short films. Those links are below in the place where links generally are. On to a more serious question. How in touch are you with the YouTube community? Ever plan on going to any conventions like Playlist Live or VidCon? Actually, I'm very much in touch with the YouTube community. I'm a beard lover, I'm a nerd fighter, I'm part of the DeFranco Nation, and I'm a Gearite, and I'm part of the Flegion, and I have my own little YouTube community known as the Easily Amused group. And yes, I would very much love to go to VidCon this summer. If you had a son or daughter that wanted to be an actor like you, what live-action remake of a childhood story would you like to have them star in? I told you on Reddit that I didn't have an answer yet. I'd have to think about it and get back to you. Well, here's my answer. I'd very much like for him to be the one and only human in a not-so-Michael Bay-ish remake of Transformers. Doubt you will comment on this, but you were a big part of the biggest movie of my childhood. We're talking every day, every other day watching this movie. You were my favorite Lost Boy. Peter Pan's got kids? Love it, man. Thank you for helping bring laughter and adventure to my youth. My son will grow up knowing exactly the same feelings I had as a young boy. In fact, when this boy wakes up, he'll be flying to Neverland with a fruit cup and some chocolate milk with Daddy. Good day to you, good sir. That comment actually meant a lot to me. You're very welcome. I've always said that laughter is the best gift that one person can give to another person, so you're very welcome. That means a lot to me that I have been able to play a part in such memorable pop culture, and so thank you. And I can't really think of a better way to end this, so bye.
Hey, I owe you!